If they believed in me and that, be able to say that I believed in their dream and that I never made fun of anybody that was African American descent other than the time that I had put that I lied about me being in a Crown Vic Victoria and it was a Marquis car with the fingerprints wouldn't match. So going forth, I was either at a job site or the Roanoke the next day over with no blood stains on my clothes and going forth and being like criticized by someone who hadn't met me and just based off whatever footage they rolled. They didn't roll it in the town hall meeting thing. I kept getting blamed for something down off some Daniel Garcia. The Garcia family is fucked in the head. I didn't like the Garcia family, even though they had Garcia family ridiculed me via Lolly Garcia. When I talked to a person that cut my hair, I spent $15 on getting a haircut and explaining they didn't believe anything I had said, even though I went to high school with their granddaughter, that Angela Falcon was related to Gloria Aguilar. And as long as the Suns kind of protect me here, somehow they had people not say that much bad shit about us, but having people like having them gotten fucked over by the government as well. People that actually can do stuff get fucked over by people. There's no explanation for it. I don't know how they able to like write you off and say you never existed because you fingerprints don't match something. So going forth, you're not the serial killer in the park that wear the same blue polo was different stripes. The stripes were yellow and black, and my stripes were white and blue because I was a grant writer. In 2000, whatever fuck, I had the polo on during high school and summer school years. 2008 was the medal year of my graduation year, and it had a red-headed letter. I don't get why the fuck. I know it's the end of the world when they fucking come after one guy like Johar Sanaya blew up the marathon bombing and did all that shit. And they forgave him for doing that because his family was ridiculed from a place where they get like weird remarks and shit because they're different in terms of what they wear and their customs. But going forth and having like what they had went through when Joe Biden's son was like part of that Russian goddamn like he was part of the regime of them going through and having them been in service in that part of the world where Johar Sanaya's people were getting raped and shit. Johar Sanaya's people got raped. So Johar Sanaya got mad at them for doing that shit. And he fucking blew up a bunch of people. That's why they do that shit, because they fucking rape and torture. It's like that Metal Gear shit where they fucking rape the quiet character. And they have a ability to like torture people in ways that are humane. And luckily, I'm in the United States where they can't waterboard my ass because what are they gonna like play footage of people that don't longer exist in the world that are all dead? Like people that were in the original Crown Vic are all dead. Probably they're not alive to explain that they interrogated these people and probably got information out of them that there was no way of having them people know who the fuck I was if they fucking just said they had known who the fuck that John Paul Garcia died because they fucking had humane ways of them threatening everybody. I wouldn't know where the guy would have been at 4 in the fucking morning. I would have no idea where the fuck he would have been at. They can't go forth and say this fucker knew where the guy would have been at. They can't go forth and my fingerprints wouldn't match that shit. They can't go forth and like blackmail you. Oh, we're gonna blackmail him and say he was in the Crown Vic Victoria when that guy had a Marquis car. It was a different complete model and it would have been damaged and had blood all over it. Man, I sold it without any remodels or anything from it. But I don't get that how they said that. Oh, it's fucking crazy. Daniel Garcia's fucking psycho. They already had money. They have money, so they make people's lives miserable by saying you murdered somebody at 4 in the morning when you were nowhere near the person's facility or wherever the fuck they were at. And then going forth being creepy about it. They felt sorry for that Leonardo guy. Got blamed for something he couldn't even pull off. He didn't have a gun registered in his name. Sure as hell didn't have any fingerprints. Didn't match that shit. So they can't go forward and say the gun prints matched that Leonardo guy's fucking handsman. Guy was. I remember that fucking weird ass. They're con artists. You seen that fat guy that Vincent Musquez's mom blamed us. Why the fuck they all had white cars and shit back then? That truck guy had a white car and Leonardo had a white Marquis car instead of a Crown Vic. It was business anyway. If they fucking had a car that wasn't the make and model when he has the information, and then it's not the same fucking vehicle that when blasted this stupid ass guy for it. And fucking Obama cared about that guy. Why does he care about some scumbag that rapped that shit? Man, he put my life in danger, and there's no way to explain. This fucker says this shit at a town hall meeting saying, "Oh, we're gonna roll the footage. Here's the footage. I'm Barack Hussein Obama, and I'm sane in the membrane." Guy's fucking insane. I got fucked over by that shit too. I can't even get a driver's license because I don't want those fuckers framing me for that shit. I'm okay walking to wherever the fuck I need to go, but if I get a driver's license, they'll fucking say that, oh, he was behind it all, and then fucking that's the most craziest shit. And they'll blame you, and they'll keep everywhere I go. They tell me creepy shit, and Matt's fucking creepy too. I don't know how the fuck they're able to fucking say one guy is able to do all that shit. And they roll some footage of some guy not wearing the same clothes. They still have the same clothes from back then. Didn't have nothing to do with that shit. I even had a video on Facebook back then with the clothes that I had. And they said, oh, it's all fucking arranged in color wardrobe of green, blue, and red. And they said that shit on one of those fucking weird talk shows. The fucked up thing, Lolly Garcia, before or after that, helped Leonardo out after all that town hall meeting shit, getting his green card and shit to work here. So why the fuck would they frame some guy and they gave a green card to? And he works at a grocery store, and he always had to work though. He didn't sit like they were all sitting on their asses on meth and shit, blaming everybody for their problems. And they're on meth roll, but on meth bombs and shit. And they're gonna blame somebody who's don't do drugs and all that crazy shit for something that wouldn't even be possible to fucking do at that point. I had to work out and go to a job site thing for the ability of getting a job. They were there fucking making life a living hell, telling me a bunch of shit. Then when I stopped working and this got the whatever the fuck assistance from whatever the fuck, it's like Joe Arsenault, when he got blamed for that. They made him seem like they're batshit crazy for blowing up something when their family got raped by fucking Joe Biden's son or something in fucking Russia. That Joe Biden's son raped the fucking Joe Arsenault's family in whatever the fuck country. Crazy shit that you're able to fucking tell about a person. You see that guy kissed his fucking niece and they didn't say he was a pedophile and all sorts of shit now probably when a guy has a bunch of people who don't like their family, like how that shit was with me with Obama with the fucking blaming me for that Garcia guy's death. Like Garcias are fucking disgusting. No, fucking tell me a bunch. I'm gonna get sued by Mola family for fucking not being a part of that shit going forward. I could sue them for telling me a bunch of shit. Guys on fucking meth real bad. Fucking meth addicts. And I understood that something that they just wanted whatever the fuck their third eye open like that Killer 7 game was made, where they just wanted the whatever the fuck administrations goes after a family shit or goes after the person's shit and they fucking frame them for shit and have them buried in a school fucking locker or something, and then fucking president fucking takes all their identities and fucking frames them for shit. My for those Japanese developers, they write all this crazy shit, and then when the time comes and somebody gets fucked over by just playing a video game, when this guy was getting murdered, I was either playing a video game at a job site or at a fucking gym. They ain't gonna arrest me because the fingerprints don't match. As long as the gun prints don't match, they can't arrest you. They ain't gonna force be creepy with you, tell you a bunch of shit. I left the fucking Matt's a fucking weirdo. Matt's mom's a fucking herker. Matt's mom's a fucking whore.
Including the concept of special combos. Players could perform different types of strikes, blocks, and throws, making the gameplay more dynamic and strategic. Space Harrier is a classic arcade video game developed by Sega in the 1985. It was designed by Yu Suzuki and became widely popular for its fast-paced gameplay, unique graphics, and exhilarating sense of speed. In Space Harrier, players take on the role of the protagonist, known as the Space Harrier, who must navigate various fantasy landscapes and defeat hordes of enemies. The game is played from a third-person perspective, with the character flying forward on a predetermined path, and the player using a joystick and a shoot button to control the Space Harrier's movements and attacks. One of the most memorable aspects of Space Harrier is its energetic and adrenaline-pumping soundtrack, composed by Hiroshi Kawaguchi. The music complements the game's frenetic action, driving the player forward and adding to the overall immersion. Space Harrier quickly became a hit in arcades worldwide, earning a reputation for its challenging gameplay and addicting experience. Double Dragon is a popular arcade beat-em-up game that was released in the 1987 by Technos Japan. Developed by Yoshihisa Kishimoto, Double Dragon became a huge success in the arcades and later saw various ports to home consoles and computers. The game follows the story of two twin brothers, Billy Lee and Jimmy Lee, who are skilled martial artists. The story takes place in a post-apocalyptic urban setting where the city is overrun by gangs. Billy's girlfriend, Marion, gets kidnapped by a gang called the Black Warriors, led by the ruthless gang leader Willie. The gameplay of Double Dragon is simple yet addictive. Players control either Billy or Jimmy as they fight their way through waves of enemies, utilizing various martial arts moves and weapons they find along the way, such as baseball bats, knives, and even whips. Raiden is a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up video game developed by Sengokai Hatsu in the 1990s. It became very popular among arcade gaming enthusiasts and was subsequently ported to various home video game consoles and computer systems. In Raiden, players take control of a powerful fighter aircraft known as the Raiden Supersonic Attack Fighter. The game features 8 challenging stages filled with enemy air and ground units that must be destroyed. Players navigate their aircraft through the scrolling levels, avoiding enemy fire and obstacles while unleashing a barrage of bullets and special weapons to destroy their adversaries. One of the notable features of Raiden is the ability to collect power-ups and upgrade the player's main weapon, secondary weapon, and bomb strength. Samurai Shodown Aya, also known as Samurai Spirits of Azure Zenmaiden in Japan, is a classic fighting game developed and published by SNK. It was initially released in 1994 as a sequel to the original Samurai Shodown. The game is set in 18th century Japan and features a unique cast of characters, each with their own distinctive fighting style and weapons. Players can choose from an array of samurai, including Halmaru, Nakoruru, Hanzo Hattori, Yukio Tachibana, and many more. The gameplay mechanics in Samurai Shodown Night are notable for emphasizing strategic sword-based combat rather than fast-paced button mashing. Each character has a variety of special moves, combos, and unique abilities that can be used to outmaneuver opponents and deal devastating damage. The game's pacing is deliberate, allowing players to engage in tense battles where a single well-timed strike can turn the tide of the fight. Ghouls and Ghosts 1988, a classic side-scrolling platform game developed and published by Capcom in 1988. It was originally released as an arcade game and later ported to various home gaming platforms like the Sega Genesis/Mega Drive, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, and Commodore Amiga, among others. The game follows the adventures of the brave knight Sir Arthur as he battles his way through eerie and treacherous environments to rescue the princess from the clutches of the evil demon. Sir Arthur is armed with various weapons, including a lance and magical armor. One of the notable aspects of Ghouls and Ghosts is its challenging gameplay. The The game is known for its punishing difficulty, with enemies and obstacles that can test even the most skilled players. It features multiple levels set in different haunting environments, each with its own set of enemies and bosses. What made Ghouls and Ghosts stand out was its captivating visuals and atmospheric music. X-Men: The Arcade Game is a side-scrolling beat-em-up arcade game released in 1992 by Konami. It is based on the popular Marvel Comics superhero team, the X-Men, and features 6 playable characters: Cyclops, Colossus...
Not in that case, fucking meth addicts of creepy shit able to fucking say, oh, they fucking rolled the footage of somebody that wasn't there for the 4 in the... if I was a lazy no good bum, I wouldn't be in a fucking 4 in the morning party with a bunch of people hopping a car on his ass. I'm angry about all this shit. Fucking meth addicts. They bounced a fucking car on his ass. They fucking put him in a red barrel. I don't know, I saw footage of this shit, but I didn't look nothing like those 4 fucking meth addicts that drove and killed a meth addict. And they able to fucking do all sorts of shit.
Players can also perform special mutant power attacks by draining their character's health. Contra, classic video game that was released in 1987. It was developed and published by Konami, a renowned Japanese video game company. Contra is primarily an action-packed side-scrolling shooter game that became incredible.
Laugh at John Paul Garcia, then they fucking meth addict was Psycho. They fucking said how he was gonna die. They set up high or wherever they fucking go, and they fucking went up real high when they bounced the fucking car on his ass. They able to fucking tell me a bunch of creepy shit. They should get fucking imprisonment too. Tell me that creepy shit. That guy died nameless.
The objective is to eliminate all enemies while avoiding being hit, as the game in one kill. Contra is widely recognized for its challenging gameplay and intense sequences. Players have access to a wide range of weapons, rifles, flamethrowers, and explosives, which can be obtained by destroying weapon capsules scattered throughout the levels.
That guy died nameless. Be able to fucking tell you a bunch of shit. None of my shit belongs to Daniel Garcia. It's like that Killer 7 game where they fucking have the weaponry of people that served in the military, and the establishment has a guy buried in some guy's locker at school, and then fucking frame him for a bunch of shit and then do God knows what. Those Japanese people get away with that shit, and they act like the shit doesn't sneak. And I don't even beat off to porn anymore. It's fucking weird. I don't want to beat off to some fucking people that just do weird shit and they go forth, and all those porn stars are like, they cry and shit on TMZ. But why did they cry for when there's COVID? COVID made it to where everybody got AIDS, like the fucking Team America shit where those wooden puppets. Those wooden puppets say they got AIDS and shit off the South Park people. So everybody has AIDS and everybody has COVID. COVID, they can't go fucking, like Michael Jackson probably passed COVID. So when he would fucking had a mask on before it was initially known as SARS, and he traveled, and all the celebrities are fucking disgusting, and they fucking die because of the disgusting shit they do. They're on stage gyrating, butt ass naked with their ass cheeks hanging out. All the celebrities have their ass cheeks hanging out, fucking in concerts and shit with their fucking thongs on and shit. They go forth and fart, and they fucking die. I don't know how the fuck they able to fucking say a bunch of shit to my ass. And those British people, they fucking said that I didn't murder anybody at 4 a.m, and they knew the differences because of the fingerprint thing. They took my fingerprints at one point in time. They knew I didn't murder anybody, and it's fucking weird. For this gargantuan list, we gathered everyone at Team Triple Jump. I'm going away, fucking meth addict. Fraser, and ask them this simple question. Ain't that meth addict leaning down has man titties? Absolutely everyone should play at least once. Now, to be clear, this is not a list. Now they make it up to Daniel Garcia, but I didn't murder somebody at 4 a.m. I would know the fingerprints wouldn't match. That douchebag was saying about the car bounce out. He said something about how high, wherever they fucking go, they bounce a car on them so high. They fucking said when the goons appeared. He said the fucking lyrics of how he was explaining that Us fucking methfags have more rights.
The only thing we've stipulated is that they must be available on either current generation hardware or the previous one, i.e. you can't play released since 2012 or on PC.
I don't know why I get made fun of by people. When some entity comes out of the sky and starts fucking blasting people with laser beams like the Goku and shit, and Frieza doesn't appear out of them to blow up a world or Namek or wherever the fuck, the whole world probably explode at the end. The whole world will rapture and I'll just blow up like the Resident Evil 5 logo on the screen or the crust and the volcano and that shit. I don't know what they originally wanted to make with that Resident Evil 5 shit, but Albert Wesker gets blasted in a volcano and the whole world blows up like the Resident Evil 5 logo. I'm gonna put Resident Evil when the world blows up. And put Resident Evil fucking wording on that shit. When the house blows up in the original one, I played all that shit, and you can tell me a bunch of crazy shit. Most craziest shit, they fucking the whole world will blow up if we fucking do something bad. They hear my fucking voice from here on the fucking goddamn Nile River, and they go forth and say, "Oh, they're gonna waterboard your ass." Well, fucking $10 Bluetooth are able to fucking travel my voice to their mom's vagina. These fucking $10 Bluetooth headsets can whisper to your mom's vagina from here on to the Nile River. They're able to tell you a bunch of creepy shit. So how the fuck are you supposed to retaliate and say they're gonna be waterboarded when they put water on your forehead and drip it? They can't do that shit. They might as well give me a lap dance like the domino fucking shit, because that's the best outcome they're gonna fucking get out of whatever the fuck type of shit they're trying to frame you for some bunch of creepy shit. Not gonna be waterboarded by the fuck. They can't do that shit. They go fuck them.
It's an outstanding game. It isn't without good reason. The 2007 first-person shooter has an awful lot of things going for it. Set in the underwater with Jack as he attempts to escape the isolated dystopia.
The Green Ranger is a fucking weeaboo, man. I can't go for it. The Green Ranger was a weeaboo that dressed up and said Jesus didn't tap, and they fucking hanged his ass. The Green Power Ranger was a weeaboo. All those Power Ranger actors are weeaboos and shit. They fucking hire the fucking white people to wear thongs and shit, and children's fucking television shows and shit, and I watched all that shit back in the day. I went to school. I fucking played SOCOM, not SOCOM, but fucking, what's that one, the Siphon Filter, and he had to sneak some weird random bitch to a fucking hospital and go forth and towards the end of Siphon Filter 2, towards middle school graduation, or one of those graduates. I played all that shit. I played Tombos 1 and 2 and beat that shit. I played all those video games on PS4 without cheating on live stream. Been figuring out without the shit being able to fucking explain how the fuck you get there. Yeah, British people are weird like that too. They fucking has that British guy on Triple Jump has like 200 and some platinum trophies, and he can't even fucking delete me off. He's over there fucking having weird fucking like the Matrix lettering in the background. I could do that shit now with this. Like you can have the background be, if I had staph infection, you can go forth and put like anything you ever researched up on the thing. What causes staph? How long does staph? Nobody's gonna steal my shit because I had a staph infection, and it fucking was from going to the hospital. When COVID was the thing, I still had to go to the hospital. I had to go to the hospital and talk to people that fucking have therapy sessions and fucking don't know who I was like. Like at the time, it wasn't as like if they hug you or they fucking put like if they do shit with you, you go forth and not be explained. Like how a nurse visited me at Vivian Oaks, but we didn't do anything going forward. It just fucking gave you an insulin shot and filled your fucking belly. That's about it though. You know, fill your belly at fucking 4 morning and rape somebody and fucking drop a car on them. They can't go for duration. How long is staph infection? Staph infection on the skin is simply cleared up with a few days. Throughout, your doctor may provide directions on how to clear your hitting skin after a staph infection. They need to follow recovery. Systematic staph infections in the lungs, heart, bloodstream. They take weeks to resolve.
If you don't own a Sony machine, then you're missing out on a fantastic game.
They said that COVID, they didn't probably want to give me COVID relief, so they said I had a staph infection. Either it was COVID or staph. Nobody watches me on here anymore. Like I had like 60,000 views, I think, because of I think the shorts get more views than.
Assuming the role of Commander Shepard, it's up to the player to assemble a motley crew of allies and prevent the insectoid collectors from wiping out all life in the galaxy. What's great about Mass Effect 2 is that it took all of the things that made its predecessor so great, various tweaks. BioWare made improvements to the inventory, scrapped weapon overheating in favor of ammo, and integrated the Paragon
The Power Rangers are fucking weeaboos. They fucking hire white people in a Japanese fucking setting, and they're fucking fighting monsters in a fucking setting of a fucking teenage years and going forth and watching all that shit back then, going forth and they hired those people to get hired by Japanese people that were like Asian looking footage of them in suits and fighting monsters and shit, jellyfishes and shit. Power Rangers are weeaboos, man. Actors are weeaboos. They're fucking in spandex and not even fucking doing the stunts. I don't know if the guy died, and I felt bad that he died because he said he was going to get sued by his own fiance or sued by a significant other for cheating on him or having ability to know that this guy gets catcalled by a bunch of people for looking in. If you looked in and looked better than most people that had 9 to 5s and going forward, they always pick on you, and all those people get picked on and shit. Power Ranger got picked on probably by all sorts of people as they go forth and act like eventually the guy committed suicide. And I don't think he was. I didn't think he committed suicide. I think somebody just fucking hung him. Like a group of people just fucking hung his ass. They fucking did some shit to my ass. I could never figure out why the fuck they even all came at me at 4 a.m. saying, "Oh, you're Lucifer. We're gonna wake up God. We're gonna fucking baptize Jesus again." And they fucking baptized my ass. They baptized Jesus. They fucking baptized Jesus and fucking nailed his ass to the cross. They nailed his ass to the cross. They fucking baptized Jesus. They baptized Jesus. They baptized Jesus. Jesus supposedly re-arisen from the grave after he was hung from a cross, and his remains and his robe and his cross and all that shit. It's all scattered. I hear fucking Lucifer shit, but if I put the blue Sid heads on and hear a bunch of weird shit within it and still hear voices and shit, all those people that are diabetic hear shit. I didn't want to believe this shit until it was too fucking late. And you start hearing this shit. Yeah, schizophrenia if you actually heard the shit. I actually heard it was chirping at the doctor's office. So he was playing a bird chirping game or one of those Tamagotchi. They played a Tamagotchi game with a bird chirping. They're playing a Tamagotchi game with the bird chirping. They're playing a Tamagotchi game with the bird chirping. They're playing a Tamagotchi game with a bird chirping in the background. I'm not tripping balls. They're playing a Tamagotchi. God of War 2018. Whilst curating the entries for this list, we so they're playing a Tamagotchi game with a bird chirping. Alongside its 2018 reboot, but it is sadly only playable on the PlayStation 2. I'm not overweight. This is fucking telling you, you like add 10 pounds when you fucking take a photograph of yourself. You add 10 pounds if you fucking take a photograph of yourself on camera. Everybody adds 10 pounds to take a photograph or on film. They add 10 pounds to it. They're playing a Tamagotchi game in a bird chirp. They're playing a Tamagotchi game in a fucking bird chirp. They're playing a Tamagotchi game in a fucking bird chirp.